In the NBA, greatness is often remembered by the shots that went in, the trophies lifted, and the legends created. But sometimes it's the moments of controversy that never fade. A single whistle, a split second decision, a missed call, and suddenly NBA history looks completely different. Today, we're revisiting the most controversial calls that changed the NBA forever. Moments that sparked outrage, shifted legacies, and still get debated in barbershops, on Twitter, and in sports talk shows decades later. From suspected conspiracies to rules that had to be rewritten, these are the calls that prove sometimes the refs are the most powerful players on the floor. The 2002 Western Conference Finals might be the single most infamous officiating controversy in NBA history. Let's set the stage. The Sacramento Kings are the darlings of the league. Chris Webber is at his peak. Peja is draining threes. Mike Bibby is clutch. They're flashy, fun, and beloved by neutrals because they represent the team that could finally topple the Shaq-Kobe dynasty. By Game 6, the Kings lead the series 3-2, one win away from their first finals appearance. And for 3 quarters, it looks like Sacramento has the edge. Then the fourth quarter begins, and the whistles start flying. The Lakers shoot 27 free throws in the fourth quarter alone. 27! Shaquille O'Neal is gifted trips to the line again and again. On one critical play, Kobe elbows Mike Bibby square in the face, drawing blood. Yet the foul is somehow called on Bibby. Fans watching couldn't believe it. Commentators were stunned. Even veteran players said after the game that it felt like the refs were deciding the outcome. Sacramento lost Game 6 in heartbreaking fashion, then fell in Game 7. The Lakers went on to win their 3rd straight title, solidifying the Kobe Shaq dynasty. But the aftermath? That's where things get darker. Years later, disgraced referee Tim Donaghy claimed the league encouraged refs to extend the series for ratings and money. Whether true or not, the shadow of corruption still lingers over that series. For Kings fans, it wasn't just a loss. It was the night their golden era was stolen. In 1988, the NBA was at a crossroads. The Showtime Lakers, with Magic and Kareem, were the face of the league. But a new villain was rising, the Detroit Pistons, known as the Bad Boys. By Game 6 of the finals, Detroit was up 3-2, one win away from their first title. Isaiah Thomas was putting on an all-time performance, scoring 43 points on a severely sprained ankle. It felt like destiny. Then, with under 15 seconds left, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar goes for his skyhook. Bill Laimbeer contests, barely touching him, if at all. The whistle blows. Foul. Replay after replay showed almost nothing. Kareem, ever calm, sinks both free throws. The Lakers survive Game 6, win Game 7, and repeat as champions. For the Pistons, it was pure heartbreak. They'd have to wait another year to claim their first title. But many fans, especially in Detroit, still insist that that foul robbed them of their rightful championship in 1988. The league? They got the story they wanted. Showtime's dynasty lived on for one more year. Game 1 of the 2018 Finals was supposed to be a mismatch. The Warriors had 4 All-Stars, while LeBron carried a Cavs team most experts thought had no chance. But LeBron had other plans. He delivered one of the greatest Finals performances ever. 51 points, attacking the rim, hitting clutch shots, willing his team into the lead in the final minute. With 37 seconds left, Kevin Durant drives to the rim. LeBron steps in. The ref signals charge. Cavs ball. They're about to take control. Then, chaos. The officials huddle and decide to review the call. But here's the catch. At the time, replay wasn't supposed to overturn judgment calls. Only whether a defender's feet were in the restricted circle. LeBron was clearly outside the circle. After review, they shockingly reverse it. Blocking foul on LeBron. Durant ties the game. The Cavs unravel. And then, to make it worse, J.R. Smith has his infamous meltdown, dribbling out the clock in the tied game. The Warriors win in overtime. Instead of stealing Game 1 on the road, Cleveland collapses, and the series turns into a sweep. For many, that reversal felt unfair, even against the rules. And for LeBron, who delivered one of the greatest finals games ever, it turned into one of the most bitter losses of his career. In 1993, Charles Barkley's Phoenix Suns were trying to topple Michael Jordan's Bulls. It was Barkley's MVP year, and Phoenix had home court advantage. But in Game 6, with the Suns clinging to a lead, Scottie Pippen barrels into Kevin Johnson. No whistle. The Bulls keep possession. Seconds later, John Paxson nails the championship-winning three-pointer. Jordan gets his third straight title. Barkley, meanwhile, never wins a ring. Suns fans still point to that no call as the turning point. Instead of forcing a Game 7 in Phoenix, their best chance ever slipped away in silence, with no whistle to save them. In the modern era, no superstar has mastered the whistle quite like James Harden. But in 2019, during the Rockets-Warriors series, that whistle went silent. Harden took several step-back threes where defenders landed in his space. A dangerous play after Kawhi Leonard's 2017 ankle injury led to the infamous Zaza rule. Yet the refs swallowed their whistles. After the loss, Harden was blunt. I just want a fair chance. Call the game the way it's supposed to be called, and we'll live with the results. Houston lost by just 4 points, and the missed calls haunted them. Many argue this was their last real chance to dethrone the Warriors dynasty. Instead, the Rockets' window closed, and Harden's reputation as a playoff underachiever only grew. In 2004, the Lakers and Spurs were locked in a playoff classic. Game 5, tied score, 0.4 seconds on the clock. Tim Duncan had just hit an impossible fadeaway over Shaq to take the lead. San Antonio thought it was over, but with less than half a second, Derek Fisher caught an inbounds pass, turned, and hit a miraculous jumper. Spurs fans erupted in outrage. How could anyone catch, turn, and release in less than half a second? Many believed it was physically impossible. The league upheld the shot, but the controversy never died. To Spurs fans, it felt like time itself had betrayed them. In sports, we love to believe it all comes down to the players, but sometimes the story is written by the referees. From the Kings in 2002 to LeBron in 2018 to Harden in 2019. These calls remind us how fragile legacies can be. Were they honest mistakes or something bigger? The truth may never be known, but one thing is certain. The NBA would not be the same without its most controversial calls. So, which one do you think changed the game the most? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one for some more NBA content.